Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Hoopa GTA. Here are 10 things which we don't want to see in GTA 6. Number 10, tailing missions. Tailing missions are the scourge of open world games, and while Ubisoft has been the biggest offender, Rockstar Games where every build is guilty. Over the years, the GTA series has included missions where the primary objective is to tail a certain target without being spotted. These missions are as exciting as counting sheep and serve no purpose but to lengthen the game. They seemed okay when they first made an appearance, but at this point they are simply unbearable. Fans would certainly appreciate it if Rockstar Games got rid of tailing missions altogether. Number 9, restrictive mission structure. One of the biggest criticisms lobbed at the GTA franchise is the restrictive and linear structure of the story missions. All the story missions involve the player following a strict path to complete the level in a certain way. Deviating from the path leads to mission failure. This takes away the freedom of gaming, for which the open world genre is most famous for. The freedom of the open world is ripped away from the player during these scripted missions.
Fight the cult members or run through them. In addition to the 7 items you'll need to collect, there are also...
Number 8, passive female characters. Female representation in the GTA franchise is a source of frustration for a lot of reasons. Given that there have been 0 female protagonists and hardly any interesting female characters in the series, fans have demanded a lot more from Rockstar Games. Despite Rockstar having created some of the most interesting female characters in the Red Dead franchise, such as Sadie Adler and Miss Grimshaw, the GTA franchise has yet to feature a female character that is not played for gags and is not a damsel in distress type character.
GTA is that players are a lot less likely to kill you. Now, there are
Number 7, long load times. Long load times is perhaps something that can be easily fixed, as SSDs on next-gen consoles will be available to eliminate the issue altogether. GTA 5 is one of the worst offenders in the series when it comes to long load times. While load times are more dependent on the hardware, the long time spent in matchmaking is unforgivable. One of the main detractors of the GTA Online experience is the alarmingly long time spent in matchmaking. Number 6, Oppressor Mark II. By far the most annoying thing about GTA Online is the presence of the Oppressor Mark II. This aerial vehicle is one of the most frustrating parts of the game and ruins the experience for everyone in a game session. Fans have been extremely vocal about how the Oppressor absolutely ruins free mode in GTA Online. While the vehicle itself is brilliant in the game's many match types, it completely ruins free mode.
The only problem with the booster is that it sucks so hard it's almost pointless.
Number 5, map filler areas. In GTA 5, it's not just the buildings that are used as a filler to make the city look bigger than it actually is. The mountains, hills, and deserts are also used to bloat the map, to make it appear that there were more areas to play in. The worst part is that they're mostly empty and devoid of secrets or Easter eggs, making exploration quite pointless. We'd rather they do away with such a facade and make the most of areas of the game more interesting, even if that means getting a smaller map. As long as you always find something to do when you get to locations, other than taking in-game selfies, it's an improvement.
I just
Number
think it
4,
looks a
terrible
lot
AI.
cleaner
Wreaking havoc in
looking
GTA
than-
games is quite easy, and you don't even have to use cheat codes sometimes. Merely taking advantage of the rather outdated AI of the game is enough. Sadly, such bad AI also affects your companions and friends in-game, which can be problematic in the middle of missions. Who can forget the notorious rage-inducing train mission from GTA San Andreas? That mission could have been more manageable if only the AI was more polished. Even in GTA 5, we are still plagued with a similarly poor AI, which hasn't really improved much from the previous titles. Number 3, mundane minigames. Bicycle, yoga, tennis, stock investment, and golf. Those are the most prominent minigames in GTA 5. Why? Just why? As in, why do yoga in a game when it's something you should be doing in real life? Apart from golf, most minigames in GTA 5 are just plain unimaginative. They're usually the activities you avoid doing in real life, and now you have to do them in a game? By comparison, some of the older GTA titles have had better minigames, like the Lowrider Challenge in GTA San Andreas, or even the Vigilante, Ambulance, or Firefighter missions, which are present in pre-2005 GTA titles. Hopefully we get something better in GTA 6. Number 2, a contemporary setting. One of the biggest problems with GTA 5 is that it felt a little soulless, lacking that charm that other blasts from the past GTA games had. Of course, our current modern culture is probably to blame for that, since that's what GTA 5 was inspired by, so arguably contemporary GTA settings are not that interesting. We already live in the modern era and are probably fed up with it too. Rockstar Games might want to take a look back at the colorful past for some inspirations or ideas for the next GTA. After all, nostalgia can be powerful. Just think of the brilliant soundtrack the game could have.
people do like VSync, but for me,
Number 1, Shark Cards. One of GTA 5's biggest selling points was its online feature, which ushered players into a chaotic free-for-all city for the first time in the series. Nevertheless, it did come with a somewhat insulting caveat. Rockstar heavily monetized GTA Online, GTA 5's online component. The result of such a monetization scheme, Shark Cards for GTA Online are essentially microtransactions. These cards are expensive in-game boosts paid for with real money that give your characters a significant advantage over others that don't purchase them. You basically pay to skip some parts of the game in a free-to-play game. This would have been so much more acceptable, however GTA 5 is a full-price game. Here's hoping that Rockstar comes up with a better or less aggressive scheme for future GTA titles.
especially if you don't have any friends online. And if you go around a few sessions and
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them.